Did the Lord leave the church in the human hand to build it for him? Why did he say he will build his own church? Hello everyone, welcome to Kingdom Tracking. Before we dig into this question, we want to take our time to say thank you. Thank you for everybody participating in this topic. We receive all the questions, we receive all the comments, which is a very nice, guys. We receive comment from United States, from Canada, from United Kingdom, from South Africa, from India, New Zealand, Australia, all over the world. That means then we are concerned about what is going on. That's very nice, guys. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your generosity and your support to this channel. Before Jesus made that question to his disciple, the Greeks has their church. The woman has their church as well. But how do they make their church? The Greeks has the church. The church named ecclesia. In that time, if you were a bishop, you're not qualified to have a church. If you were a pastor, you're not qualified to have a church. If you were a prophet, you're not qualified to have a church. If you are an archbishop, you're not qualified to have a church. The only person who were qualified for a church before and the time of Jesus is a king. I repeat, the only person who were qualified to have a church before and in the time of Jesus, it was a king. Why it was a king? Because the king chose those people. What he does is not the people who choose the king. The king chose some people among his nation, then he made the church. This is where you find the concept, the word servant of the Lord. Because what they do, they take the law that the king made, or every time the king speak, his word become law. So they take that word, they go to minister it to their people. So that was their job. They were always with the king, and then they can carry out the word of the king to the people. So that group of people that the king chose, that called ecclesia in Greek, called ecclesia. Then that's why Jesus take his disciple to that place. My wife and I, we had that opportunity to go to this place where Jesus stood up to make the test to his student, the disciple. Friends, it was very hard for us to film over there, because in that same place they had a temple, a pagan temple, where they made sacrifice to a god named Pan. The tour guide who were with us, he explained to us, this is where we have the word panic come from. Because people in that area, when the satanic spirit run before them, and then they panic. And then that's why right now, then they say, do not panic.
Temple of Pan.
Temple of Pan. Temple of Pan, where they do their sacrifice
Really pagan
to
sacrifices.
their god. named Pan. The god named Pan. That's where we find the god Panic, because of when they chase the girls, then the girls was panicking. So that's where they find the word Panic. So here,
That's the trail.
this is their temple where they used to do their worship with blood, sacrifice, animal sacrifice, and babies. It's like a cave. So that's why Jesus was saying, cave, like,
Yes, Peter needed to come here
so basically
and help with
after
these people.
the
Turn it around.
resurrection, then Jesus take Peter over here and tell him, who do you say I am? This is where he, this is what he says, no? You are the Christ, and then I give you, it's not you who says that, it's God give you. Here is the temple that they had before to make their sacrifice, and then Jesus say the gate of hell, it was that so bad, the gates of hell will not prevail before it. So this is where they have their temple. In that place, specifically in the border of Lebanon and Israel. This is where the place is. And he asked that question to this disciple. Who do people say I am? I am quoting. I want to make sure you know I am quoting Jesus. That's in Matthew 16, verse 15, verse 18, verse 16, 18, 17, and 18. I'm quoting. He said, who do people say I am? Then all the disciples, the students, they answer, you're a prophet. A prophet is a prophet. A prophet cannot have a church. You're a prophet. You're Elijah. You're a prophet. You're Elijah. They're all prophets. Why? Because that's all they know. That's all they know. So he asked that question, and no one of them could answer it. If he did not have that answer from Peter, he would not be able to declare that he will build his church. Because a bishop, a prophet, a pastor in that time could not have a church. Then he asked the disciple, who do people say I am? And then Peter received an email in his iPhone. He received an email in his iPhone. Then the email say, tell him he's the Son of the living God. Then Jesus say, Peter, I think the university where you study could not give you the answer. I know you are a doctor. Paraphrase, okay? Paraphrase. I know you are a prophet, but your study cannot reveal you this answer. The only one who could reveal you this answer is my Father who is in heaven. Paraphrase. Then he said, okay, upon that statement, not Peter. One of our followers explained that very well. I see it. Upon that statement you made, upon that statement that you received from my Father, then I will build my church. This is what he said. He will build his church. Now, my friend, the church is another things. They do whatever they want. They preach whatever they want. They preach their ideology. They wear whatever they want. That's okay. That's okay. There is nothing good, nothing bad with that, because you can make a church. If you feel to have a church in the basement, that's okay. You can do it. You want to go to the plaza and rent a room for a church? Or if you have a big corporation where you can borrow big money and make a big cathedral with red carpet, that's okay as well. That's fine. But there is a church that the Lord Jesus Christ himself, way of Jesus, was a government body. They are with the king, they take the law, they carry the law, and then go to minister the law in the people, which is very different with the church after the cross.